Hello, my name's Jamie Sparling, and welcome to the FormABLE Podcast. Before we get going, hit that like and subscribe button, and make sure to leave a comment about who you would like to see me have on the show next. Today, we have Adrian Weathersby, the Matrix, hot off of his fight on Friday night at Karate Combat, where he went 3 rounds and won the decision. Hey, Adrian, how you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Great. I really appreciate you being here today. We really enjoyed watching your fight on Friday, my man. My house bustled with more yelling than it had since the kids were home when it was read that you won. How'd you feel about your fight, brother?
I felt iffy about it. During the fight, I feel like I was getting hit with a bunch of good shots. I'm still kind of lumped up right now, actually.
Yeah.
So at the end of the fight, I felt like I was winning most of the rounds, but the last round had gone either way. Then the last 2 seconds, I got caught with that spinning back fist and it dropped me. I'm like, uh-oh. Yeah, I know how the judge is going to see it. So he said unanimous decision, and we were watching it. I agree with that. I feel like I was winning most of the rounds. It's
Mhm.
just I haven't gone down in my fight career, but one other time ever
Mm.
to get dropped right then. It should be for a bit.
I remember listening to Boss Rutan talk about it, and you immediately talked about wanting to run it back because you just wanted a better performance. Am I right?
Yep. I mean, I've only ever lost 3 big times where I wanted to, and I immediately wanted to fight the person again when I did lose to him. So if someone loses to me that same way, I want to reject them the same way. Be like, okay, I'm not gonna take my win and run from you. We're gonna fight then and there if we can.
So that's
Immediately,
sorry, Adrian. That's just part of the game to give him another chance. Is that what I hear?
yep. I was giving my second chance against people I lost to, so I want to give people that beat me that I beat the chance to run it back.
Absolutely. That's why what Boss Rutan had said you were a true martial artist because you had said immediately you wanted to run it back and test yourself. Uh, Adrian, was there anything that you were surprised by in your fight with Bracken?
Oh yeah, the first round I was going in trying to get a first round finish.
Yeah.
Everything I hit him with, he just ate it and kept walking through it. Like I never fought someone who like I could knee in the face and they would just keep going, like it wouldn't even stun him. And he just kept coming through my stuff. So I got tired of it the first round because I gave everything I got and trying to knock him out and it didn't work. So after that, he was just it was like a downhill fight from there, or an uphill fight for me because I was he was coming forward.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was gonna say. I mean downhill and uphill, you still got the W at the end of the day. But yeah, he has one hell of a right hand and a chin. It seems like.
Oh yeah, it's real good chin. And plus, I'm not sure if I'll get a chance to fight him again because I've been called out by what's his name, Ilya Kamzat. After
Really?
that, yeah, the very next fight after mine, he fought his opponent, knocked him out in the second round, and then called me out.
Wow.
Yeah, Russian guy.
Russian guy.
Mhm.
So is that what it looks like it's gonna be your next fight?
I don't know. I'm 3-0 now in Karate Combat. That's about the standard for where you can get a title shot. So it could be fighting for a belt. It could be fighting Kamzat and to answer his challenge. It could be rematching Connor. I'm not sure what's next.
Yeah. Back in the gym though, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He just came from the gym.
That's what I was literally thinking is that you just fought Friday. Last time I was able to interview you was Monday after the gym. So that's just what I shot for the time I thought you might be free. And you still did you take any time off? Do you usually take any time off after a fight?
No, I mean, I'll just avoid whatever hurts. I don't spar my hands are hurt, but otherwise, yep, get back to the gym, do my calisthenics, do my bag work, all the usual stuff.
Yeah. So do you think maybe he fought so hard because he was such the underdog? I mean, the odds were clearly in your favor from the very, very beginning.
I think it's just a tough fighter period. I don't think it had anything to do with me specifically.
Okay.
Because even when he first showed up in Pride Combat on KC 48, he came out and he crushed his opponent. First round, just started swinging on him and didn't stop. So I knew coming in, he's going to try to do me the same way. So I had to go get him first.
Yeah. I thought most definitely you were going to. The first 45 seconds, I've never seen any type of attack that was like that. So fluid, so on point. Seems like you hit him with everything but the kitchen sink.
As my coach said, I keep hitting him the sink. But nah, he was tough.
Yeah, very tough.
I decided to fight him again because I think he'll be ready for that next time. And I'll be more conservative with how I strike. So I'm curious to see how his second fight goes, if he ever get to it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you never know. What did you learn from this fight, brother?
Keep my hands up.
Keep your hands up, okay?
Don't stay in the pocket too long. Throw my stuff and get out of there. I'm used to knockdown karate rules a lot, where we kind of stay toe to toe the whole fight and try to get the person to go backwards. And that's cool in knockdown karate because there's no punches to the face, just like to the head, but you can't punch to the head. So that's a different mentality versus punching to the face, where someone can knock you out with a few good hits. I gotta make that adjustment and get more into a kickboxing style.
What was it like? You just had lost your instructor not that long ago. And what was it like training for everything while he wasn't there?
I mean, I'm used to the routines he would set, so I didn't feel like it was that much of a difference as far as the actual workouts, but it did feel different knowing he wasn't there. Classes and teach us his move sets, and just his whole presence being gone made it feel different. But I still feel like I fought the same way I would any other time. I don't feel like my performance was affected by it. Just dang, between rounds, he's not there. Kind of hurt a little bit.
I bet it did, man. I bet it did. I mean, I don't know you that well, but I was a little worried about you. You know, that's a hard thing to happen. In the first 45 seconds when you came out, I was like, I think he's all right. You know, but that's still hard on the tail end of that whenever you lose a mentor and all that. So my heart goes out to you, man.
Yeah, my only regret now will be that he won't be able to see me win the Karate Combat World Championship.
That's what we want to hear. Absolutely. I thought when you fought, honestly, obviously I'm a fan, very fond of you, but I thought your heart was 100% on display as you were going at it. We usually see you in those matrix finishes, you know, and to keep coming back, and there were some straight right hands that came out of the middle of nowhere. And, sir, just your durability. You're a fighter. I'm not surprising you by saying this, but I don't think you should be too angry with yourself on that one. You know, definitely should.
I feel like I did with the fight. I'm just worried about how my opponents in the future are going to see that, like, okay, he's hittable. I'm going to do what that guy did and exploit his weaknesses. That's why that guy, Contact, called me out in the next fight. He's like, oh, I can beat this guy. After seeing that fight, so now I got to prove him wrong.
Yeah. So when you go into the gym and you start to make little adjustments, what is your training method? You get right back into it and start doing old drills and then tweak them a little bit? Is it more of a strategy thing? How do you go about making adjustments to your training?
The big thing is I'm leading my coaches now because, you know, for the longest time, Richard let me kind of do my own thing because it was working. But now in this last fight where, you know, my knockout streak has been put to a stop, and now she got to think about my fundamentals more. I need actual coaching this time. I need to lock into an actual skill adjustment. So I'm going to work on defense more, moving around more, not staying planted so much. Actually move backward sometime rather than just trying to man-to-man my opponent the entire time. I'm working my coaches more. I didn't know my strategy for this camp. I don't say camp because I don't really believe in camps. I just believe in training every day like a part of a normal schedule. But yeah, just going for and training, leaning more on my coaches.
Lean more on your coaches? And you feel, well, obviously you feel comfortable with that. Do you ever look outside to different coaches as well? Or because some fighters will shift and go here for a few weeks and there for a few weeks or whatever.
I never understood that. Like from the very beginning in high school, I came to Richard Tramel's off the following my dad because he was the trainer fighter there. So I'd just be the same gym day in, day out for the past 13, no, 15 years. I've never been to another gym, so I can't even comprehend the idea of leaving my gym somewhere else to train with them and learn their ways. My coach just died 2 months ago. That's the first time I've ever thought to myself, I need to find a new coach.
Yeah.
So, nah, I wouldn't go to another coach or go outside my gym for that.
Well, there's got to be strengths and or pros and cons to both. I mean, in one way, your coaches are also growing with you. They're in there with you. You have that relationship, that bond. They know your strong points and all of, all those things as well. And a lot of people maybe go elsewhere for to try to tweak something sometimes, you know. I was just interested in your take on it.
Yeah, as far as like striking, kickboxing, karate, I can't really think of. Well, there's Manu. And here in the Atlanta area, there's the kickboxing gym for Manus, and they have a lot of like fighters who've gone to Glory Kickboxing and K1 and such. A lot of like world class fighters gone to come out there. But anywhere else, I can't think of anyone that would be as good or better than our gym as far as kickboxing coaching or any kind of striking coaching.
Sure. It's got you
Yeah,
to this point thus far, and it's, well, obviously you are the Matrix, so it is what it is. I just wanted to ask a bunch of different questions here. Were you surprised you didn't get to finish at all? Because you didn't back out of that range like we talked about.
I mean, yeah, I kind of was. 'Cause I'm used to people going down if I hit them good 4 or 5 times in a combination. Like, okay, if I get land at least one or two solid knees to the chin, fight's over.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Everything I thought should have happened to end the fight, none of it worked. So yeah, I'm just thinking, okay, let me stay in the pocket, and one of these things will eventually make him go down. Nothing ever did. Instead, I was the one that went down.
Well, you slipped and ducked and covered a bunch of the spinning back fists as he was turning around. Uh,
The last one, he switched to a southpaw stance, so I didn't really catch it until like I hit him with it, and he turned away. I thought he was stumbling or about to get rocked. Turned out his spin back is coming behind it, and he got me with it.
is
So
that
yeah,
is that one of the best ways that the spinning back fist sometimes is used is when it seems as if the person might be retreating for a moment and then they turn and spin?
yeah, I was like, you spin back fist as either I'm gonna mix it with a spin back kick, so they think I'm going low, but I'm really going high.
Mm-hmm.
I never really seen it used as like a someone's retreating and then they walk into it. That was new for me.
That's one of the things my teacher had asked me a long time ago because things are cyclical sometimes in the sports, and for a while there in the early MMA, the spinning back fist was landing a lot, and it seemed like it was happening when one person was going in towards the end, and they might have hit him, and they thought they had him, and it was a spin like that. So that's what led me to ask.
Oh yeah, I never seen back fist used that way before. Especially he switched stances into a southpaw before he threw it, so it threw me off that it was even a back fist to begin with. I didn't know what it was when it happened. I found out afterwards it was spin back fist.
Yeah, probably cut the peripheral quite a bit with the switch into southpaw and whatnot. In the midst of the fray, I've watched the fight 5 times. I couldn't tell that he went to southpaw before he spinned it. I was just like amazed through the entire thing. What are your plans moving forward, sir?
I'm going to start training, getting my skills together, getting leaning more on defense because now I gotta expect that fights will go the full 3 rounds rather than me just finishing them in the first one or two. And I'm curious to see who I fight next because I heard that Tyrone Spong is coming in to Karate Combat in April, and I also know that Karate Combat signed a bunch of world champion kickboxers recently. I think actually Comzat's one of them.
Mm.
And then I know Uriah Hall was signed to Karate Combat, and he likely be a middleweight as well. So there's a lot of guys coming in now preparing to fight, and I'm not sure which one I'm going to fight. So I'm going to get ready for all of them.
You know,
Make sure my hands for it next time.
absolutely, absolutely. And, you know, very fortunate you had one to grow on, sir, and still was able to come out on top like that.
Yeah.
You know, that's not always the way it goes. It's the fates are smiling on you, my friend, and your hard work and everything you're doing just is going to take you far. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Well, would you like to come back and talk to us again?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll come back as much as y'all want me.
I really appreciate it, Adrian. I wanted to apologize. Last time we had an interview, I was able to reach out to Coach Richard, and we just missed each other a couple times, and those things happen so fast, you know.
Like he was just there. He was here for October, and then right before Christmas, he was gone. Like no warning.
Sir, thank you so much for everything. I want you to come back and talk with us once again, and you're gonna have the belt. I'm absolutely positive of it. Absolutely positive of it. And your heart was on display on Saturday night. And I'm just telling you, there's a little itty bitty town in Wisconsin. There was one house right in the middle of it that was on fire. Okay? And how it was when your name was called at the end that we didn't end up getting complaints for being too loud here. I have no idea.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. We look forward to seeing you soon. Keep training, doing everything that you would like to do or that you need to do, and you let me know if there's anything I can do for you. I appreciate you very much.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Us.
Us.